हरि ओम। श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। ओम श्री महादेवाय नमः। ओम श्री महादुर्गायै नमः। ओम श्री रामाय नमः। ओम श्री सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यंकरवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। भवानी शंकरौ वन्दे श्रद्धा विश्वासरूपिणौ याभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धा स्वान्तस्तमीश्वरं। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगताम् अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। शङ्करं परमानन्दं ब्रह्मनिष्ठं यतीश्वरं भाष्यभ्रान्तिहरं वन्दे शुद्धज्ञानैकबोधकम्। ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 ओम 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 नमः शिवाय। नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम हरि ओम। We shall begin with the Shanti mantra. ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः ष्टुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्षो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. We shall chant from mantra number 1, second section. Tadetat satyam mantreshu karmani kavayo yani apashyan tani tretayam bahudha santatani tanyascharatha niyatam satyakama eshava panthaha sukrutasya loke yada lelayate hyarchihi samiddhe havyavahane tadajya bhagavantarena ahuti pratipadayet. So in the first section, the teacher pointed out the two types of vidya, the apara and para, the lower and the higher. The lower vidya talks about dharma, adharma, karma, karma phala, etc. And the higher vidya is to the realization of that supreme Brahma itself is higher vidya. From that Brahma alone, this whole world has come into existence. It is sustained by Brahma and again merges back into Brahma. So ultimately, we have to gain that knowledge of that Brahma to gain moksha. But that knowledge of Brahma we can attain only when our mind becomes pure and we gain that jidnyasa to know about this Brahma. So this can happen only through karma. So karma is the first step. Following the guidance of the Vedas, we have to perform our karma. So here in this section, the teacher points out those karmas and how they give their respective results. And he also points out the limitations of this karma and the karma phala so that we gain vairagya and we become fit to gain that paravidya. So here the Shruti begins by saying that tadetat satyam, that whatever is said in all these mantras of the Vedas, we talk about karma, are satyam. They are all true. Because this world is true, and all the karmas are true, and the results are also true. We experience them. Just as we are experiencing this world now, we experience ourselves, this body, we experience this world, we perform karma and we can see the results of karma also. But there are those karmas which are subtle, which gives result in the next life. They follow us wherever we go. So those karmas are mentioned in the Vedas. And they have to be, those who are desirous of the results, they have to be performed sincerely, properly. So the main karma which is indicated in the Vedas, which is to be performed daily, is the Agnihotra karma. So that Agnihotra karma is also taken as a representative of all the karmas. So when the person does this Agnihotra karma, when the fire is kindled and he should offer the ahutis dedicated to Prajapati. So when a person does this type of karma, he gets the results. But the Upanishad is also warning here that if the karmas are not done properly, then they can give contrary results. And that is what is said now in the third mantra. So let us chant the third mantra. YasyagniHotram adarsham apaunamasam achaturmasyam anagrayanam atitivarjitam cha ahutam avaishvadevam avidhinahutam asaptamans tasya lokan hinasti. Once more. YasyagniHotram adarsham apaunamasam achaturmasyam anagrayanam atitivarjitam cha ahutam avaishvadevam avidhinahutam asaptamans tasya lokan hinasti. See, this Agnihotra karma, which has to be done regularly, it also has to be accompanied by some other karma to make it complete. So those who are authorized by the Vedas to perform this karma, they have to do the other karmas also to make the Agnihotra karma complete. Just like in this world also, if we are doing some particular work, then there are so many other things which are associated with that work, which also has to be done properly. Even if we want to build a house, we have to prepare all the formalities which are important for that region, collect all the documents and all. Then we have to make a plan and all those things. Also the approach roads and electricity and the water connection and all. So many things are there. So building a house is not just a separate action, but there are so many other actions which are involved, which have to be done properly. Otherwise, it can be even broken down. Like in our country also, if some buildings are raised without proper sanction and all, then the government and all, they break it down. So similarly, if Agnihotra karma is to be done, it has to be accompanied by other karmas to make it complete. So what are the other karmas? And what happens if those are not performed properly? That is being revealed in this mantra. So here the Shruti says ki yasya Agnihotram, one whose Agnihotra karma is adarsham. See, these are all technical terms. So those who are doing this karma regularly, they must be knowing all these terms. So yasya Agnihotram adarsham. So if the Agnihotra karma is done without darsha karma, there is a karma called darsha karma. So if that darsha karma is not done along with the Agnihotra karma, then apaunamasya, there is a karma called paunamasya. So if that paunamasa karma is not done, then there is a karma called chaturmasya. during the rainy season and all, there is a Chaturmasya Vrata and Karma one has to do. So if that is not done, then Anagrayanam, there is a karma called Agrayanam, in which during the change in season, some special karmas have to be performed. So those karmas, if they are not done, then Atiti Varjitam, then there is also karma by which we worship the Atiti, the guests. So guests also should be considered as Devata and should be taken care of. Atiti Devo Bhava. So if the Atiti pujan etc. is not done, and Ahutam, and if all this Avaishwadevam, if the Vaishwadeva, another karma is there, Vaishwadeva, if that Vaishwadeva karma is not done, or it is not done properly, if it is, even if it is done, it is not done properly according to the procedure. Avidhinahutam, without following the proper vidhi, proper procedure, if it is done, then what happens? Asaptamans tasya lokan hinasti. Then the karma doesn't give the desired results. It, on the other hand, it gives contrary results. And what is the contrary result? He says, Asapta man tasya lokan hinasti. The 7 worlds, the higher worlds which one can attain through performing this karma, those worlds will be lost for such a person. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Jana, Tapas, Satyam. These are the higher 7 worlds. So a person who doesn't do all these karmas properly, then he will lose all these worlds, means he will not gain these worlds which are the results of the karma. So it is like it will give a totally contrary result. Another meaning of this Saptaloka are the 7 generations. 3 generations above us, above the one who is performing the karma, the father, the grandfather, and the great-grandfather, and 3 generations below, the son, the grandson, the great-grandson. All of them will suffer because of this contrary karma or karma done wrongly. That is the meaning of this mantra. So let us do some chintan on this mantra. See, the Vedas, when they talk about this karma is a very precise and a very definite thing. It follows a definite law, what we call the law of karma. Just as in the world of physics also we know that the matter and energy, it follows a definite law which can be mathematically presented also. And because of these precise laws, we can invent and we can do a lot of things in this world. Because it follows a definite pattern, definite laws. So similarly, the karmas mentioned in the Vedas, which are subtler, they also follow precise laws and they have to be performed accurately. Then they will definitely give the result. See, many times in Kali Yuga also, a lot of people perform certain special karmas mentioned in the Vedas. At times we don't see the desired result because somewhere if we go wrong in the procedure, then we will not see the desired result. See, in our chemistry laboratory also, we used to do the different experiment with various chemicals, and they used to be very precise, like if you add this chemical into this chemical, what will be the reaction? It will be totally calculated and everything is precise. But suppose you add chemical and you don't get the desired result, that means maybe the quantity which is added is not proper, or maybe the chemical is not proper. Otherwise it will definitely give the result. Similarly, if a karma prescribed by the Vedas are done properly means with the proper procedure, and the one who is doing should be authorized by the Vedas, not authorized by the government, not authorized by the municipality or some minister and all. They don't have any authority over the Vedas. The Vedas have to authorize that person. Nowadays we have the government and all interfering with everything. So that cannot be decided by the people. We cannot change the system which is there already in the Vedas. If the Vedas say that you do the Shraddha karma in this way, so you have to just do it in that way. You cannot say, no, हमारे दादाजी को पकोड़े बहुत पसंद थे, so I will make pakodes and distribute it to the poor people and all. That is fine. You should make pakode and distribute, and it is good. It will be annadana, but it will not be considered as shraddha. Shraddha is shraddha. It has to be done according to the procedure mentioned. If done wrongly, then it will have a negative result. So, there are 5 types of karma mentioned in the Vedas. There are those karmas which are called nitya karma, which have to be done every day. Every day a person is entitled to do that nitya karma, which doesn't, the scripture doesn't, the Vedas don't talk about the results of this nitya karma, but it has to be done as my offering as my duty. So those nitya karmas are there. Then there are those naimittik karma. Naimittik karma means done on a special occasion, like Shraddha karma. So it is done when that time is there for Shraddha. So that is called naimittik karma, special karmas. Then there are kamya karma. Kamya karma means those karmas which are mentioned in the Vedas, which are done to fulfill our desires. A person wants to go to Swarga, a person wants to have children, person wants to have some job somewhere, person wants wealth, whatever, person wants to become free of some health issues, want to do some work without any obstacles. So there are a lot of these kamya karmas are there, which have to be done properly to gain the desired results. They are called kamya karma. Then the Vedas also talk about some karmas which should not be done at any time. That is called Nishiddha Karma. So prohibitory actions. So there are some karmas which are prohibited for everyone. So Nishiddha Karma. Or there are some karmas which are prohibited at a particular time, in a particular place, on some particular occasion. So they are prohibited, they should not be done. They are called Nishiddha Karma. And there are, if suppose by mistake one does some Nishiddha Karma, then what should we do? We have to do Prayashchit Karma. We have to do some karmas by which we can become free of the defects of performing Nishiddha Karma. So they are called Prayashchit Karma. So these 5 types of karmas are there: Nitya, Naimittika, Kamya, Nishiddha, Prayashchita. So those who have that faith in the Vedas, those who follow the path of dharma, they perform the Nitya Karma, Naimittik Karma and Kamya Karma also to fulfill their desires. But as they perform this karma, when their mind start becoming more and more pure, then they will realize that this karma alone will not give us the ultimate result of moksha. So they become more and more pure and develop that more and more vairagya. So they drop the kamya karma and they only do the nitya karma and naimittik karma, dedicating this karma to Ishvara. Then this is called Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is to perform Nitya Karma and Naimittik Karma, dedicating them to Ishvara, and drop all Kamya Karma, and Nishiddha Karma anyway should not be done. So in Bhagavad Gita also Bhagavan tells very beautifully in the 2nd chapter the beauty of Karma Yoga. He tells Arjuna that Karma Yoga is such that if you do follow that path of Karma Yoga, then even a little bit of practice of Karma Yoga will purify you and make you fit for moksha. In the 2nd chapter, Bhagavan says, Neha bhikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. That in Karma Yoga, that there are the defects which are normally there in the Kamya Karma, which gives contrary results. Such defects are not there in Karma Yoga. That whatever karma you do doesn't go waste in Karma Yoga. And you will not get any contrary results. You will not get a negative result. And even if a little bit of Karma Yoga is followed, you will become free of all fears and will become fit for moksha. But those who have a lot of desires and they perform these desire prompted activities, the Kamya Karma, then they have to do it properly. They have to follow all the rules, regulation properly. If they commit any mistake, then they will get a contrary result. And if they do it properly, then they will get the proper result. That is just like in anything actually, in the world, if we have to take some medicines, the medicines have to be taken according to the proper prescription given by a proficient doctor. If I don't follow the prescription properly, or take whatever medicines I like, or I don't follow the rules of taking the medicine, avoiding certain things and all, then it will, instead of curing me, it can give a very negative result. Same thing happens with this karma. So here it is said that if you have to do this nitya naimittik karma, and if you are doing this kamya karma, then it should be accompanied by all these other karmas and all, which have to be done properly. So here the Shruti is talking about the Agnihotra karma, which has to be accompanied by the karmas called Darsham, Paurnamasam, Chaturmasyam, Agranam, Atiti, Atiti Pujanam and all, Vaishvadeva. All this should be done along with that karma. If not, then it can destroy the 7 worlds above, or it will have a negative influence on our generation higher, 3 generation higher than us, and 3 generation to follow. See, we are connected to our generations. A son is connected to the father, and to the grandfather, and to the great-grandfather also. Therefore, any ritual when we do, we have to take the name of our father when we do the Shraddha karma and all. The father, the grandfather, the great-grandfather also. And when a person dies, then his son, his grandson, his great-grandson also should remember that person and do the respective karma. So all these things are there in our Shastras, and they have been people are following it sincerely. And nowadays actually even some of the people living abroad, even those who are not Sanatan, those who are not born in a Sanatan Dharma, they come and do these rituals in India. Do the Shraddha karma for their parents, for their grandparents, for their great-grandparents, etc. So here actually the Upanishad, the main purpose of the Upanishad is to make us free of the attachment to these karmas and gain that vairagya, so that we can get interested in self-knowledge. Here the idea is not to just criticize this karma, but it is done for those people who are on the border. They can become free of their attachment to all this kamya karma, etc., their desire to go to Swargalok and to Brahmalok, and to make them realize the limitations of this karma, the defects in this karma, so that they become free from the attachment and become fit for self-knowledge. But these karmas, if they are done properly, they will definitely give the results. So that is being now said in the following mantras. So let us chant mantra number 4. Kali karali cha manojavacha sulohitaya cha sudhumravarna Spulingini Vishwaruchi cha Devi Leelayamana iti sapta jivvaha. Again, काली कराली च मनोजवा च सुलोहिताया च सुधूम्रवर्णा स्फुलिंगिनी विश्वरुचि च देवी लीलायमाना इति सप्तजिह्वाः. Here the Shruti describes the different types of flames which rise when we kindle the fire. The different types of flame, they rise like tongues from that Havan Kund. So they are described here. There are 7 types of these flames, 7 types, and they have names also. So what are the names and what are the types? It says Kali. There is a flame which appears absolutely dark. It's a flame, fire, but it appears black color, dark. So Kali. Then Karali, or terrifying like, appears very, very frightening. Karali. Then Manojava. Manojava means fast moving. It moves as though with the speed of the mind. Manojava. Just like Hanumanji is also called Manojavam Marutatulya Vegam. His Veg is also so fast, faster than the mind. So similarly this flame, one type of flame which moves very fast. That is Manojava. Then Sulohita, then there is one flame which appears red, reddish, red in color. That is called Sulohita. So Sulohita yacha Sudhumra Varna. Then there is a flame which is accompanied with a lot of smoke, or which appears to be of smoke color, smoky flame. So Sudhumra Varna. Then Spulingini. Spulingini. Like sparkles. Sparkling flame. Spulingini. Then Vishwaruchi. Then there is a flame having different colors in it. One flame only, but variety of colors you can see flashing in that flame. That is called Vishwaruchi Devi. So Leilayamana iti sapta jivha. They are flashing there in the Yajna Kunda. The 7 types of jivha when in the Havan Kunda, and chanting the appropriate mantras. The ahutis are offered in this flames. So when the person does this yajna karma properly, who is qualified to do that karma, does it properly, then what happens? See, when a person does this nitya naimittik kamya karma etc., with some desires, gains lot of punya, and as a result of that punya karma, his not only the life here becomes good, but also gets a good gati. Now, these karmas are done by the man, but what about the woman? Actually, whatever karma the man does, half the punya which is acquired by him goes to the wife. She need not do any karma, but she gets the half the result. That is what the Vedas they say. So the wife gets half the result of the karma which is done by her husband. She need not do the karma herself. Just like there are some rules and all in the world that about properties and all, half the property goes to the wife. In the same way, here also in the Vedas, the punya karma, whatever is acquired by the man by performing this karma, half of it goes to the wife. So, and after they depart from this world, they will get the result of their punya accordingly. So what result do they gain? That is mentioned now in the next mantra. So let us chant. Eteshu yascharate bhrajamaneshu yatha kalam chahutayo yadadayan tam nayante ta suryasya rashmayah yatra devanam patireko divasah eteshu yascharate bhrajamaneshu yatha kalam chahutayo yadadayan tam nayante ta suryasya rashmayah yatra devanam patireko divasah. Shankaracharya ji writes कि एतेषु अग्निजिह्वा भेदेषु, in this various types of अग्निजिह्वा bhed, the different 7 types of flames which are described in the previous mantra, yo agnihotri, the agnihotri who performed this karma, charate karma acharati agnihotra Agnihotradi bhajamaneshu dipyamaneshu, one who performs this Agnihotra karma or other ritual, when he offers the appropriate ahutis in these flames, yatha kalam, at the appropriate time, at the appropriate place. See these rituals, some rituals, this kamya karma, have to be done at a particular time, particular place. So there is a muhurta for everything. Therefore that science of muhurta is what is called jyotish, which determines what is the right time to perform a karma, what is the right place and all. So yatha kalam cha yasya karmanaha yak kalaha tat kalam. Whatever the prescribed time is there to perform that karma, at the same time it should be performed. So yatha kalam yajamanam adadayan adadana ahutayah yajamanena nirvartitaha. So when the yajman, the one who is performing this karma, when he does this karma regularly, he will collect a lot of punya. And when that person departs from this world, when this person dies, the sukshma sharir doesn't die, the sthula sharir only dies. So the sukshma sharir doesn't die. And one who is identified or expressing through the sukshma sharir, that jiva, along with this sukshma sharir, goes from one body to another body or from one loka to another loka. So when he has done lot of this punya karma, then what happens? Yajamanam adadayan adadana ahutayah yajamanena nivartitaha tam nayanti prapayanti ita ahutayah. So all the offerings which he had given in the fire, they as though then they guide this person after death in the appropriate direction, which takes him to his karma phala. So through the rays of the sun, Suryasya Rashmayah Bhutva, as though becoming the rays of the sun, all the offerings which he had made, they take him through the doorway of the sun, Rashmi Dwaraihi Ityartaha, Yatra Yasmin Swarge Devanam Patihi Indraha Ekaha Sarvanupari Adhi Vasati Iti Adhivasaha. So through this doorway they take the person to that place where the king of all the devtas stay, means Swargalok. And the king of all the devtas is Indra. So he goes to the Indra Loka. See, when we die, the Sukshma Sharir, along with the Sukshma Sharir, we get the result according to whatever karma we have performed. So if lot of punya karma is there, then as a result of those punya karma, we gain that heavenly abode. We go to Swargalok. If some more punya is there, then we can go to some higher loka also. If less punya is there, then we can go to a lower loka. If papa karmas are there, then we are born in the lower lokas or as animal, birds, plant. If the punya and papa are more or less same, then the person is born again as a human being. So there are various possibilities about what happens after death. And all these possibilities are dependent on our karma. So the Yajman is taken to Swargalok, if the punya karma is there, as though his offerings, whatever he has made, they only becoming the rays of the sun, guide this person towards the Suryalok, towards Swargalok. So how do they guide? So here it's dramatically described in the next mantra. The Shruti says, Ehye hiti tam ahutayah suvarchasah Suryasya rashmibihi yajamanam vahanti Priyam vacham abhivadanti abhivadantyorchayantya Eshava punyas sukruto brahmalokah Ehye hiti tam ahutayah suvarchasah Suryasya rashmibihi yajamanam vahanti Priyam vacham abhivadantyorchayantya Eshava punya sukruto brahmalokah. Says this this rays of the sun, they guide the jiva to the appropriate loka with proper respect. Ehi iti tam ahutayah suvarchasah, those bright, brilliant ahutis which are expressing as the rays of the sun, they guide this person, assure this person who is dead, Ehi, come here, in this way. Suryasya rashmibihi yajamanam vahanti, becoming the rays of the sun, they lead the yajaman. Priyam vacham abhivadanti, by uttering good, very pleasant words, Archayantya Eshava Punya Sukruto. This is your Punya karma which you have performed, and you are getting the result accordingly. And then they guide the person and take him towards that Brahmalok. Here Brahmalok is, in this context, it is Swargalok only. So they guide that Jiva to that Swargaloka. See, just as when we go to when we have booked our room in a 5-star hotel, and then we travel and then we finally reach that hotel, then they welcome us. They welcome with a nice garland, and then they give some drink, soft drink and all, make us sit there, and they say that, oh no, we will handle your luggage and all, we will carry it. And they treat the person like a Sakshat Bhagwan only. And then we stay there for whatever days. But once our days are over, they just call us and say that, oh, you have to vacate your room. Other guests are coming. You can hang around in the lobby if you want, but remove all your luggage. And then you are just kicked out of that hotel. So similarly, when the Punya karma is there, then we go to the Swargaloka. But once the Punya karma is over, then we have to leave that Swargaloka. Kshine Punya Martya Lokam Vishanti. Like in Gita also Bhagavan says, once the Punya is exhausted, then again we come back to Karol Bagh and continue with our life here, performing yajnas and doing all other rituals and all, to again go back to Swargalok. So this goes on and on. This is called samsara. Samsara is not only just repeatedly doing the same thing in this world, but repeatedly doing the same thing in the other world also. Going to the same Swargalok again and again, watching the same dance of the Apsaras and drinking the Amrut, and then again coming back to Karol Bagh. So, ehi iti tam ahutayaha. Shankaracharya ji writes, कि कथम सूर्यस्य रश्मिभिः यजमानं वहन्ति, how do they lead the यजमान? So he says, ehi iti avvayantyah. Ehi, come here, in this way, ushering them, because we don't remember our proper path there in Swargalok. So they guide us, come in this way. Suvarchisa Deepti Mantyah, this brilliant, bright Rashmis, rays of the sun. Kincha Priyam Ishtam Vacham, they utter good words, pleasant words. They do our stuti that, oh, you have done such a wonderful karma, you have acquired so many punya, and we have made special arrangement for you. Just like in a hotel also they say, oh, we have booked a nice room for you, wonderful view is there. If you open this, if you go in the balcony, you will see the beautiful, pleasant view from here. You can see the mountains and the river you can see, and the deep valley you can look. But if you open the other window, it just shows you some gully with a lot of dirt and all. But through this window you can see the good view. Anyway, so they use good words to tell this person. Stutyadi lakshanam abhivadantya ucharayantya archayantyah pujayantyah. So uttering pleasant words, worshipping the person, with a lot of honor, that Yajaman, the dead Jiva, is taken to the right place. Yo yushmakam punyaha sukrutaha. This is all your result of your punya karma. Brahmalokaha phalarupaha. You have attained this Brahmalok, this Swargalok. Here Brahmalok is Swargalok only, according to the context. So, evam priyam vacham abhivadantyo vahanti iti artha Brahmaloka Swarga prakaranat. Brahmalok we attain only if we do some special upasana. That will be mentioned in the other mantra further. But here, when one does this regular kamya karma, naimittik karma, nitya karma, then we acquire punya and we can attain that Swargaloka. So further the mantras, the Upanishad tells the limitations of this result. See, one may feel that, I have reached Swarga, so there is a lot of fun here and I will just lead a very long, happy life here. I will live eternally in this heaven. There is no eternal heaven. Eternal heaven is a myth. There is no permanent residency in heaven. It is temporary. Once the punya is over, we are pushed out of that Swargalok. Because whatever karma we do in one lifetime is not infinite. It will have a limitation. So limited karma will have limited results only. Limited karma cannot give unlimited results. Therefore, even if we gain Swargalok, our punya will get exhausted. Even if one gains Brahmalok through this punya karma only, from there also one will have to return. In Bhagavad Gita also, Bhagavan has mentioned this, ki a Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravartino Arjuna, that all these lokas up to Brahmalok, they are all Punaravarti. From there we have to return back. They are not permanent residents. Therefore, whatever result we gain through our karma and upasana, all of them are temporary. Therefore, understanding this deeply, the limitation of karma and karma phala, upasana and upasana phala, one should gain vairagya. And when we gain vairagya from all this, we become fit to gain paravidya. We become fit to gain self-knowledge. So in further also, the Upanishad brings out very vividly the defects and limitations of this karma and karma phala that we will see in our class on Thursday. So Thursday we will have this class. We will continue with our study of Mundaka Upanishad. And tomorrow we will have a Sundarkand session. We will chant the Sundarkand dohas and chaupais. And then we will also listen to the beautiful charitra of Hanumanji. So till then you take care, be happy, safe, peaceful, healthy, do your work, do your sadhana, and we shall meet again tomorrow. Hari Om. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram, 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 Jaya Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. बोलिए सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. हरिः ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ओम.